Hi, welcome everybody. I hope people can hear me. My name is Naya, and we're here today to set some intentions. So if you want, you can meet me in standing in Tadasana. And Tadasana, you could have your feet hip width apart like I'm showing, or you can have your feet together. If you'd like, you can have your palms forward, or you can have your arms by your side. And from this position, we call this the mountain position. And it's a strong, strong position. And I'd like you to feel the feet as they push into the ground. Feel them there. And then bring the hands to the heart center. And with the hands at the heart center, connect to what had you, or what made you, or what interested you in today. What brought you here? What are you hoping for? What sounded interesting? Connect to that. And then release the hands and start to lean to the right. And in yoga, we say the right side is the strength and the power. So lean there into the right side, into the solar side. And feel all the strength of the ancestors, of yourself being alive in these times so uncertain. What it takes to muster to get through every day. And then come back to the center and lean into the left, the love, the compassion, the moon, the feminine side. Everything that you give and continue to give, even when you have nothing left to give, as you give some more. And then come back to the center, and I'll show you, and lean back into the past, into mother, father, grandfather, grandmother, the history of your family, of your ancestors, and everything they had to do to get you where you are now. And then come back to center and lean into the future. What are you hoping for out of your life? What meaning can you find? How will you contribute? How will you further this conversation of social justice? And then come back, not in the past or the future, not in the sun or the moon, not in strength or in love, but center yourself in this very moment, in the now. And bring the hands to the heart center and inhale, saying aloud or thinking, I am. And exhale, bringing the hands to the mind and the heart, here. You're here. I am here. And one more time. I am here. And feel yourself here, not there, not everywhere, but here on Zoom with Yoga Jubilee, celebrating our labor. And feel the presence. Feel yourself present and say on an inhale, I am. And on the exhale, presence. And connect to your presence. And inhale, I am. And exhale, presence. And notice how your presence sings, how you're settling and becoming here in community and say, I am presencing. And then with the hands at the heart center, I'll read a quote to you from Audre Lorde. She says, caring for myself is not indulgence. It is self-preservation. And that is an act of political warfare. Caring for myself is not indulgence. It is self-preservation, and that is an act of political warfare. And let's continue with our I ams. Inhale, I am worthy. Inhale, I am worthy. I am worthy. And with the hands at the heart center, think of what you're worthy about. Are you worthy of love, kindness, respect, dignity, compassion, understanding? What are you worthy of? What are you worthy of that you're not receiving from this society? And then let's start some half sun salute with some more intentions. The first intention I present is I commit to self-care. Inhale, I commit. Exhale, forward fold, self-care. And find yourself leaning forward. Maybe you grab opposite elbows, just shake from side to side. Let the head relax. You can bend the knees. Root through the feet, engage the core, lift the arms overhead. Hands to heart center. Inhale, I commit. Exhale to self-care. Second forward fold. Maybe you get a little deeper. Maybe you wiggle. Maybe you have your hands on the floor. And then root your feet, engage your core, lift the arms overhead. And bring the hands to heart center. One more of those. Inhale, I commit. Swan dive to self-care. And again, wiggle. Touch the earth if you want. Grab opposite elbows. Shake from side to side. Root your feet into the earth. Engage the core and reach the arms up to the universe. And bring the hands to heart center. And let's take that idea of I commit to self-care through a sequence, through a round. Hands in prayer. I commit to self-care. Arms overhead. I commit to self-care. Forward fold. I commit to self-care. Right leg back, knee on the ground. I commit to self-care. Left leg meets right leg, inverted V. I commit to self-care. Knees, chest, and forehead on the ground. I commit to self-care. Cobra. I commit to self-care. Down dog. I commit to self-care. Right leg lift, step it through, maybe you have to help it. I commit to self-care. Back leg meets front leg. I commit to self-care. Arms overhead. I commit to self-care. Hands to heart center. I commit to self-care. Second round. I'm willing to rest. I'm willing to rest. Arms overhead. I'm willing to rest. Forward fold. I'm willing to rest. Left leg back, knees on the ground. I'm willing to rest. Down dog. I'm willing to rest. Knees, chest, and chin. I'm willing to rest. Cobra. I'm willing to rest. Down dog. I'm willing to rest. Left leg forward. Low lunge. I'm willing to rest. Forward fold. I'm willing to rest. Arms overhead. I'm willing to rest. Hands to heart center. I'm willing to rest. Now let's do a round. I'm willing to relax. Hands at the heart center. I'm willing to relax. Arms overhead. I'm willing to relax. Forward fold. I'm willing to relax. Right leg back, knee to the ground. I'm willing to relax. Downward dog. I'm willing to relax. Knees, chest, and forehead. I'm willing to relax. Cobra. I'm willing to relax. Downward facing dog. I'm willing to relax. Right leg steps through. I'm willing to relax. Forward fold. I'm willing to relax. Arms overhead. I'm willing to relax. Hands at heart center. And then I'm willing to restore. Hands at the heart center. I'm willing to restore. Arms overhead. I'm willing to restore. Forward fold. I'm willing to restore. Left leg back. I'm willing to restore. Down dog. I'm willing to restore. Knees, chest, and forehead. I'm willing to restore. Cobra. I'm willing to restore. Downward facing dog. I'm willing to restore. Right leg forward. I'm willing to restore. Forward fold. I'm willing to restore. Arms overhead. I'm willing to restore. And hands to heart center. I'm willing to restore. And then the last round, I commit to self-care. Hands at the heart center. I commit to self-care. Arms overhead. I commit to self-care. Forward fold. I commit to self-care. Left leg back, knee to the ground. I commit to self-care. Down dog. I commit to self-care. Knees, chest, and chin. I commit to self-care. Cobra. I commit to self-care. Downward dog. I commit to self-care. Left leg forward. I commit to self-care. Forward fold. I commit to self-care. Arms overhead. I commit to self-care. And hands at heart center. I commit to self-care. And now with your hands at the heart center, connect back to that original intention for today. What brought you here? Has it changed? Has it deepened? Is it the same? And then connect to how will you go forward in this radical act of caring for myself? What will you do to care for yourself as an act of political warfare? And then release the arms and come down to lying on your back. Maybe you take your arms out, you get on the toes, and you slowly lower. Maybe you're just coming there and lie on your back or your side as if you were lying under the stars or under the sun. Lie there, open, exposed, vulnerable, and at the same time, strong. And if you wish, maybe you put your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart, grounding, sensing into yourself. Yvette Guillen said, self-care is a radical act for a Black woman. Self-care is a radical act for a Black woman. Maybe you are a Black woman. Maybe you're not. But it is something that's worth hearing. How much we do, how much is asked of us, how much we face, that we rarely have a chance to lie down, to relax, and just be. Notice the breath. Is it possible to make it softer? Notice the breath. Is it possible to make the exhale longer? I am here. I am present. I am presencing. I am presence. I am worthy. I commit to self-care. I am willing to rest, relax, and restore. Caring for myself is not indulgence. It is self-preservation. And that is an act of political warfare. And then begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Roll the wrists and ankles one way. And then the opposite direction. And if you're on the floor, roll over onto your left side in a fetal position. Here, once more in that position of rebirth and renewal, your intention for today, or maybe it's your intention for your life. And when you're ready, and there's no need to rush or hurry, push yourself up to a seated position with the hands at the heart center. I am worthy. You are worthy. We are worthy. Ashe.